We were playing this ridiculousness now. Oh, this is... Okay. Much better. Much better. I love you, Colonel Sanders, right? Gotta enter my name. Bun. This is literally like what's floating in the background of Bun KFC. I'm losing my mind. Colonel Sanders is bae, for real. Oh, you know what? I need to move this up a little more. Okay, that should be good, I think. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever. You slept through the school year and gave up on the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet Colonel Sanders! Did I just end the game?
Game over. Bum, 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 bum.
I just wanted to snooze, man.
You can wake up this time.
Okay, smack that clock up and at him.
Smash that like button.
Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. You'll need to take this seriously. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. Well, now I'm scared I'm gonna pick the wrong one. Daydream a bit. It's here finally, your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Your mind is swimming with possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry. Just had a biscuit sitting there? Mmm, delicious. Just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. Oh, that looks delicious. I'm so mad. Yikes, you're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. This is why I keep deodorant in my purse, but I guarantee that's not going to be an option in this game. Oh, there was no option. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam! Hey girl! Yeah, we would be best friends. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Well, yeah, 'cause same. Good morning, Bun! Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by master chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard.
Very high standard.
Oh, I thought you were gonna eat me. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. Can I press something here? Oh, yeah. But the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. Why is that her voice? I don't know. It's just what I'm doing. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. You did not need to tell everyone her business like that. Wow. Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? We're gonna pep talk the best friend. You got it. Remember last month when we saw the fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet. She told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy looking tower and that other card featuring that handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. I just remembered I could be doing a spacebar for this. And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. You said in no time twice in the same sentence! As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. I just press the pen to go in the game? Okay. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all, and if not, at least I have these killer bangs. The bangs do look really cute on her. The 7 herbs and spices are killing Xiao. What? No. Can you believe I cut them myself? I kind of can. You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out your hands and onto the ground. Hey, it's Ashley. Why her name Ashley?
Ashley.
Ashley. How do I pronounce it? Is it just Ashley? Yeah. Ashley. Your arch rival. She's totally evil. But you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants and she knows it. Well, yeah, look at her heart titties. Ashley. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave bun shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley. But she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not gonna let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad. Why are her thighs popping out like that?
Oh my.
Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van Van the Man Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes.
Good ass, bro.
A hip, Van Van. You rang? Alright, Van Van. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. Why is my... I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. Psh, see you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick. I love you! I think you mean thank you? My name is Papa. I was named after my papa. He is old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Bun. So, are you gonna make me hold this door all day? Wait a minute. Do I have caps lock on? No. It just typed my name in all caps like that. I was like, no one else's name is in all caps, so I was curious. Are you gonna make me hold this door all day? No. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. Stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of class. Adorable! Look at his glasses. KFC's marketing department is wild. This has been a wild ride so far. We're only 15 minutes in. Oh my god. Now, quiet down, everyone. Who the fuck is the guy on the wall? Quiet down, everyone, he says. Who's this unreasonably cute pup and why is he in our culinary class?
KFC's president.
Oh my god, right? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. You gonna call him a professor, but you ain't gonna give him a name?
Professor Dog.
What a cute dog is our professor. This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly, someone close the window! And then, he walks in. Why they made Colonel Sanders actually cute in this? I'm upset.
I'm
I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. So, like, I thought he was gonna be the professor. I'm glad we have more of an equal dynamic going on. I'm just saying. Okay, time stands still. It's him! If it isn't my favorite student, Harland! Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles, sorry, Professor Dog, before he even finished his sentence. Please call me Colonel. That's like if someone said my fucking real name and I'm like, excuse me, I'm Bun. They said Harland. Harland Sanders. It never occurred to me he had a first name. I'm not gonna lie to you.
First name Colonel, last name Sanders.
A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Oh, they said, is it hot in here or is it just you? Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you and you're not entirely wrong. Did I just smoke a blunt and then walk back in the room? Jesus. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats a Lot. Ashley, Jesus Christ. Maybe we should open that window back up before Faucet Pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. You're gonna make fun of people for getting sweaty pits? How old are you? Bodies do that sometimes. Chill the fuck out. We do our best. Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class, and what is with all you really weird insults? Besides, when Bun sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer! Like, who cares? You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. Oh, I'm supposed to be single in this game, and he's cute, so I care. Oh, God. God fucking damn it.
I'm supposed to be single in this game. I'm not married in this game.
Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched. No, it's not. Boy, howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky Fried. Why do you have to start with boy howdy? That's the voice I gave him? Please use my handkerchief. There's nothing in your hand. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Why is he blowing me a kiss? Why do I like it? Why do I want this as an emote now?
I kissed a Colonel and I liked it.
See how this stream marker is for an emote?
I'm not gonna remember that.
That's why I said it out loud, so you would hear it maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look. You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? I can't put my sweat on his hanky. I'll refuse. You feel horrified that your first interaction with Colonel Sanders is centered around the fact that you're a sweaty mess. Wow, this is really going, like, very realistically right now, and I'm horrified. Ah ha ha ha, no thanks, this is actually on purpose. It's an old family secret to keeping our skin soft and healthy. You wave his hand away and quickly wipe your face with your apron instead. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. I'm sorry, are there like 3 people in the class? 4? Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food! I love tiny food. When all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Oh, he's growling and baring his teeth. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. A robo-student.
Robo-student.
The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks into the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. This is like a lot of exposition for what? Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Beef treat. You reach beneath your apron and return with a small bit of beef jerky in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. Beef? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? I would never eat that. God fucking damn it.
Chicken game.
I didn't know it was a chicken game.
Oh, he's angry.
Oh.
Well, while Bun's getting back to their chicken snack.
Chicken snack.
Oh, he's gonna love it.
His favorite! Chicken snack, chicken game. Well, I think there might be some competition for a new star student. Yeah, apparently you can game over in this, isn't that
He went
foul?
from either being your favorite student to kicking you out of the school and giving you a game over what treat.
Yeah.
That seems excessive.
Corgis are known to be stubborn, though. This doesn't look like a corgi. Is this a corgi?
This is a corgi.
Oh. Well, he's not a very cute corgi. Okay, the furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. That's fucking gross. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Obs. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain. Hey man, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me if you're interested. Okay, so like my bestie's gonna be pissed if I pick a dude over her, but like how else am I supposed to get to know him besides being sweaty? So obviously Colonel Sanders.
I mean, also, are you really besties? You only met her outside.
It has
right?
told me several times that we're best friends.
Oh.
So
Well,
I'm pretty sure we've known each other.
sometimes you just gotta go for the guy.
You gotta go for the cute dude who is like blowing you kisses and shit, okay? Taking my seat. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. He better not ask to borrow mine. Just because I have a lot doesn't mean I have any to spare. Thanks for offering me this seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It is the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That's so inspiring. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, quiz about me. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you're ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question number 1. If train A is traveling to point B, and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely looking at you, Pop. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to... Sorry, I didn't want to get it wrong, so I started thinking about it. Then I was like, why am I thinking about this so hard? What's the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A comically oversized fork. I think a spork. That's right! What food is best for a broken heart? Anything as long as it is prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat. A pancake that looks like a silly face. Well, none of these are chicken. That's right! Okay. Is Sprinkles a good boy? Of course. Oh, the best boy! That's right. Your total score is perfect, 5 out of 5. I guess I don't even need this course. I could graduate today. Wow, be honest, did you cheat? No, dude, how could I cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain. Wow, it's a little soon for that. Hot diggity, Bun, you just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Crunch, hi! Okay, wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, it's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch. She said shh. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. Why is this giving vibes of Subway the person in Community?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Rumors. Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. They are making KFC look good right now. This is not an ad, I would like to remind you, but it was a free game, because it is an ad. I'm not doing an ad. The game itself, probably an ad. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. I think I was just hungry. I mean, it's definitely an ad. I know. Why did I say probably? Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. Okay, stop thinking, start eating. For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. Sorry, it's 11, not 7. It rhymes, but you were wrong. There's more herbs and spices. 4 more, to be precise. And I didn't have to do math, because I know that 7 plus 4 equals 11. 7, 11. 7, 11. Okay, sorry. Anyway. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw, nah, my dude. Nah. Not ruining my voice. Pshaw, we don't want any of that shit. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary, dear diary, today I sold something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. I mean, this isn't Gordon Ramsay, but okay. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on the moment, try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Or swim towards the light. I mean, we're gonna savor this moment about the culinary heart. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Well, yeah, I approach him, obviously. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second? Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? Haha, how bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make my fortune. Wait, that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. You little cutie. It's just you and me. Sorry, so over here and it was you being cute. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. How is it a 3-day semester? That is not a semester. Like, that's just half of a week. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got Moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. That's descriptive. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use blank. It's something my great-grandmother taught me. Blank. Wow, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, stating the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea. To add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Or be modest but thoughtful. I think we'll be modest but thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Bun. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Look at this place, it's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second, oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna blow anything except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Pounce. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. JKLS. Wanna be my partner? Sure, bud, I'll prepare our station. Oh, Bestie's pissed. Without you as a partner. Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Hello, new partner. Beep, boop, bzz. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. What? Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? I hate them both. Clank feels less annoying, but can Pop actually, like, cook? Who do we pick?
Probably Clank.
I'm thinking so too. At least he'll be less annoying. Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today. It's okay, I already ate. It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth. Warp, warp, warp. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. Bzz. Tissue? I hardly know you. Clank judders and a panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy. I mean, this is what they have at KFC.
I've always loved octopus.
I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I first read coy as cozy, by the way. I need you to know. He casts a cozy look at me. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? I mean, I think you do, bitch. I think he has a crush on me, though. We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off my man. He has not said one word to you, but okay. Did someone call for me? No. No.
Suddenly metal.
She has thighs on her thighs? Stop it, like chicken thighs. On her thigh. Why is it so metal?
I thought this was sort of a Portal 2 where Gladys listens to Big Mountain Fudge Cake moment, and I was like, wait, this isn't an alert of ours, this is just the game music.
I can't. Oh no, geez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Bun's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arm full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. This music is so distracting. Oh, howdy there, Ashley, Van Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. It looked like Bun was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring.
I can't headbang for too long, 24 hours into a stream, but I wanted to do a little bit with my hair because it was fun.
I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha, doubt it. Don't be rude, Van Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. It had to start over because I spent too much time not, like, going through the dialogue. But, Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Please, bitch. Didn't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks, in your time of need. I'm here to learn and to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders and Colonel Sanders chose me, isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Bun as my partner for this activity and I stand by it. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Bun's natural talent or their loyalty. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. It was a corgi. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well, while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. How did it go from that music to this? Like, that was so much. Oh yeah, at this point, Van Van is absolutely also hitting on Colonel Sanders, for sure. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. Oh, the most romantic of all utensils, the spork. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. Sporkful?! That's why they said the utensil, because they couldn't say spork and then sporkful. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. Of course she is.
Oh, it's because she's angry.
And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the spork full of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face! Van Van, do something, do something. Scooping up a fingerful, Van Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Bun. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Can I have potatoes face? Okay, Pop. Van Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Oh, so what are you grabbing? Why is it on like a X? Mashed potatoes with gravy. Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty, braised tentacle of octopus, and my silky saltwater sauce. Played on a battle axe blade, forged by my supreme chef ancestors. Why would I play this game at the end of a long stream? Like, my voice is not there. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't. Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late, it has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! Everyone step back, don't take another bite! He's a ghost!
Ooh.
When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are as motionless as statues. I thought this was a dating sim, not a death sim. Goodbye, Metal. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. Just like gravity. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, I was going to say oblivious for some reason, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello, I just turned into a ghost over here. And you just believed them? You believe a bunch of ghosts? Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please let me walk you home. What? Like, for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Bun? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there! There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working towards that dream. Day and night, never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We get it, you're ripped. We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them, like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. I think we can. We saw it happen. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. The spork monster is here to fight a hero. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid, be very afraid of me because I'm a monster, see? What the fuck is happening?
This game's sure an adventure.
Is he's rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, you literally fucked up your grammar in the last sentence and then you say something about syntax? Okay. It's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do?
The old Final Fantasy menu, that's cute.
You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with Love. Cook with Love does 1 damage. It just got real! That attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you! You take 1 damage. Defend! Trepidation. Continue to stay back and enjoy whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure, you do you. Well, that didn't do what I wanted it to do. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Attack! Which attack? Cook with Love again, I guess. That's all I have. Spork Monsters, no quitter, buffed up and ready to rumble. They go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses the Utilitensile. You take 2 damage. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. I don't know what you want me to do because defending didn't work. Attack. All I have is Cook with Love. Does 1 damage. Spork Monster is using cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Probably the janitor, who does not get paid enough for this shit. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Why does he get all these attacks? Valville, your reign of terror stops here. What was that his voice? Okay. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens! Pop, pop, power, pitch! I read that as bitch at first.
Bitch!
It came out as pitch when I realized it was pinch. Hot Pot Power Pinch does 10 damage! Spork Monster is defeated! It only took the power of 1,000 chickens. Why does he also have the vibe of the fucking of the video game of Pierce's dad dying?
Yeah.
But also the KFC game. But somehow it's nothing like the KFC game in the show. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Finish him. No student will ever walk the quad in fear again. This monster messed with the wrong shift. Acid attack. You ready your final attack? You'll never survive my student debt loan destruction! Student loan debt destruction does 10 damage! That's right, bitch! Get piled in student loans for the rest of your life! Ha-ha! Destroyed! Spork Monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, bud. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover, of course, because this is KFC. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Barco, that name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him, little guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly. Good night, my colonel. She said, my colonel?
Tips cap.
In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. I mean, you did meet both of them yesterday, that makes sense. Sleep. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? Circle! It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like him? Like. I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. Wait, what?
He was also the convertible?
He was the convertible?
He was the car.
I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Stop it. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy like I am with Colonel Sanders. You're not taking it slow with Colonel, honey. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Aha, you sure did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices, secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Cough, fibber, cough. Please, 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 that would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. What do you think? No! Make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? You know, Sanders was a real person. His greatest regret in life was selling KFC. I wonder how fast he's spinning in his grave right now. Oh my god, that's horrible. I didn't know that. Saffron? I have new. Wow. Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school. Why is he on a white horse? Run to him. You decide the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. We've known each other for a day, dude, but okay. Guess we're going in hard on this one. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel, my Colonel. However, your sudden movements surprise the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Whoa, Bun, I'm here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I've been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. We don't know your name. And that name is... But before he can continue, you suddenly awake. Yeah, we don't know his name. Ah, jeez. You wake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? Compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes, or lean in for a kiss. Do I pretend to give a fuck about the horse, or do I just go for what I obviously really want? We don't have time for this. Lean in for a kiss. Whoa, 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 you've known him for a day. Are you really sure? Guess he must be. Oh no, I shouldn't have done this. I don't want to know what happens. Oh no. I don't want to read it out loud. Oh no. Oh no. I knew that, yeah, same circle. I didn't know which one. I hate this for me. Where do I have to try again from? Yeah, that's accuracy. Oh. I have to do day 2 over again?
This is just a dream, right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
I was like, that one actually seems like an okay.
That wasn't as bad.
The second one was really bad because you were like halfway through that thing. And
Yeah. I'll stand back. This time. His horse, truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. What? You're so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have! I mean, what a horseful beaut you have! Dang it, that's what I just said. Yeah, that checks out too. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Bun just gets really nervous around people they like. Well, what? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappeared into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. Okay, that went more normal. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. I mean, literally one of them killed somebody with their food. They did! They both killed somebody with their food. Why were they not, like, charged for that? You try and get a peek over at Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Act like you're not interested, but really try and get a closer look. You sit near the rivals, but you leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. He's noticing me eavesdropping. This is not good. This is not going well. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. For anyone who doesn't know, this is a free game. It is a KFC dating sim about Colonel Sanders. They've really tried to make him, like, too cute in this game. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. Okay. It's time for class. You're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ain't you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding and you instantly recognize it. I knew it. The chicken book. It's a book just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing, hee hee hee. Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzz, womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Werbs. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourself. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. So much voice acting, oh my god. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. Spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention for the lesson, truly you do. Well, and also, this goose is upset that you said your favorite fowl was the chicken. He coming for you with a knife. He said, honk. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was the chicken who first signed their name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Bun, naturally this appears to you to be sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? Is there one I'm supposed to pick? I don't remember it.
I would guess a pepper, but I don't know.
A shimmering pepper. We'll try it. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body's not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. Oh boy, okay. My friend, ooh. This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Ooh. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... Cough, cough. I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Cough, cough. Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine. I'll work through... Cough. To fulfill... Cough. The prophecy... Cough, cough. You must... You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Aw, man. You come to and everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth and now it's gone forever. You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. Wow, I really wasn't paying attention either. But like also, if it was the last one on Earth, why the fuck was it on this sample platter? I would like to know. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. Stop wasting everyone's time. Is everything a competition with you two? Yes. Yes. Well, not with me. I'm on a personal journey to learn to love. To learn to love? Sure, why not? But definitely not to constantly battle. Yeah, stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something? Portable? Stop it. I need to eat if I'm going to have the energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef. How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly fending off challenges from every know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I already brought my own lunch. Bun, you should have it. It will give you the energy you need to succeed. Miriam reaches out and presents a gift to you. My special grilled cheese and tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down and a tartlet for dessert. They're so tiny! That grilled cheese is thicker than the one that I just ate for dinner, by the way. From fucking Shake Shack. I can't. It only takes about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you needed for motivation. You know what? I've learned enough for today. I didn't see what she said. Nope. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is the lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, timer ready. That's what I'm talking about. Ah, woo! I stand corrected. If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you'll get. My bestie can best the best of them. Best believe it! Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. What? I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil at? I don't know! It was wrong.
It's 100 Celsius.
I don't fucking know. Nobody told me.
100 Celsius is boiling.
At 100 Celsius, you would die.
0 Celsius is freezing.
Well, I didn't know that meant water. Sorry, there was a timer. I didn't know what to click. All I know is Fahrenheit, so I clicked that. Now I just feel stupid.
You're good. You know what to do next time.
You're gonna need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say he used? 11. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Gratitude. That's right, you must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. Why would she be? She's the worst. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? I don't know. None of those were correct. No. Try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. Nope. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Is this the end? Yep. I game overed. Seriously?
That's harsh. This game's hard.
Why is this game so mean? I don't care about finishing it enough. Why does it do this? Gratitude. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay, with silence. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, bud. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. None of those were right.
I think no matter what.
I know.
Probably get
No, they were all about, like, his face.
Yeah.
I was trying to click one fast and it just didn't work. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Please. How embarrassing. Woof woof. Really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. Didn't her dish literally kill someone? I'm confused. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! Zip. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Whirr! You might not have any hands, but Bun does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Bun, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. Okay. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. What is happening? I didn't choose this. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Bun's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. I was gonna ask Bun to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Oh. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. I don't know what that is. Chocolate's dog poison, that's true. He better not. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you, hee hee. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. We'll internalize for now. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off of your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. This is a game, all right. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you return for the quad. You run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now, not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? It's exactly what I think. Well then, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. I swear to God. Spork monster. Gorko, the spork monster, is here to fight a hero. We fucking killed you, didn't we? Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? Yeah. Sorry, Gorko, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night. That was Borko, my twin. And Gorko, am here to avenge them. Are you stronger than Borko? Well, we're twins, so no, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask? Colonel Sanders smirks. He's already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you have much of a chance. Not to mention, I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Bun is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies. Suppose we really don't need to fight? It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws? All the better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all? Of course I do! Inspiration strikes and you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this! You toss a biscuit into Gorko's open mouth and he devours it in one gulp. Delicious. You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today. I don't believe it. You were human once? Well, no, I was a chihuahua, but I was still a student at this school. Until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook. Precisely. Borko used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and
Guile.
Guile.
That's okay.
Never seen that word before. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, but together I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite! You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping into Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. I like the chicken. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it secret just for you? Reveal it. What else would we talk about? You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Stop. I'm just giving him all the sides to go with his chicken. Shut the fuck up. But am I included in this business venture? We all know the answer to that. No. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway. You're not eating coleslaw in that apartment. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. That is not a romantic food. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. That is weird. That is not how food works. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Secret recipe! What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared sashimi style? Salmonella. Colonel Sanders has a baby with a goatee? Yeah, it's not showing up right. That's so weird.
Weird.
I can't read everything out loud right now, sorry. Why is it showing such like old Colonel Sanders's? Signature white suits. He's returning, oh no. Has a new dish he's been working on, wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket! No! I don't usually loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. I'll just say I'm cold. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Don't mind if I do. Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're gonna cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you a pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Bun. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence! You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Oh, I woke up here. Okay. He has a nice view. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. I mean, he said he wanted to take things slow. I think it would have made him uncomfortable otherwise. Today's a day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food, and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Why would I take him down a peg? I will flatter you forever. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. Okay, we don't need to get emo. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and go home. This is obviously my only emotional response to anything, is just run away. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been?
I read it that way too far.
No?
So when you take him down a peg.
I know what it said. That had nothing to do with pegging. Get your minds out of gutty little nasties.
It's a dating sim.
What? It didn't say peg him. It said take him down a peg. That had nothing to do with... Get the fuck out of the gutter. I had one heck of a night.
Speaking of sentences I was not expecting to type.
I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, I was just But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you'll not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I've been partnered up with Clink, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection... Wowzers. I can't read anymore. Being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong. You don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. We're not friends anymore? When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you one up right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Hee, sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dipped, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Bun, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Bun, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. It's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Bud, I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel? I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Bun. I literally spent the night at your house last night, but okay. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in all that magic stuff. And grimoire, like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? Can think of one surefire way to find out. You open to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. What? That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else, like anything else, not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. No. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His kilo nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. We'll wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you never to come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. Ahem, I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Bun, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see... But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. I told you to save it for after class. Bzz, bzz. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clink appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clink's language of mechanical noises. Work. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joan, J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Bzz, bzz. Yeah, well that doesn't make it a great date. Beep were. Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Sad beep. Clink begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. Beep bzz. No amount of seasoning is gonna make me want to eat that, Clink. Clink burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Okay. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it is not entirely clear where it came from.
You just kill a kid?
In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay.
I love you, Murder Sanders.
Like, am I late and tired, or like, is this getting weirder and weirder?
This game makes no goddamn sense. You're good.
I thought it was gonna be more about sexy Colonel Sanders than all this weird shit, I'm not gonna lie. Clink slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see that entire thing go down.
And therefore, nothing changed.
Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final last day of school. That was unfortunate, but we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. Still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. Before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. It's literally a robot, not a boy. It's like a pressure cooker. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpooling to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not gonna saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe, sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm gonna make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van Van, the supposed man-man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Bun's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Bun, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. It's 3 ingredients, chicken pot and pie. I can't. The pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Practice dish. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. You might be right, Vec.
420 yards away?
420 yards away. It's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. Sorry, the bottom of the chair got weird. My nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a heaping help of TLC. THC? But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules. That is, except to cook everything you've got. Except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster. Van Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen, or the Pliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? We'll do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm gonna do it the hard way, just like Colonel Sanders taught me. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. He's literally blinking at me. They couldn't even animate him to wink? I believe in you, Bun. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Bun, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get an eye of newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up to a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve the Spork Monster. Oh no, did we just make our own Spork Monster? Steve, wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I say you're doing pretty alright. Oh my god. That quote. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition? I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? Sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve, the spork monster, notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. You crisscross some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Huh, yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country. You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during Scaretastic's class, and then when I woke up, I messed up tactics.
That's okay.
You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes the hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Summon extra power. I'm not giving up now. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this. Yes, Bun, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything, except turn back time, which would be super useful, because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. But don't worry, dear Bun, you may have suffered some setbacks, but not all is lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you've earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting? If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union. Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Hee hee hee, I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there. Miriam, would you mind? Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now! Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse? I thought a wedgie was a salad. It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank. Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word, beep, or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. It's been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles and savory soup. That looks really good. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Narutomaki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam's overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Bun, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an Axhoon urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. I'm so tired. I'm sorry.
It's almost over.
He begins to paw at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all of the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch, my tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting, because that's like how sea urchins work. I can't eat this, it keeps poking my tongue! Disqualified! A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? He already killed someone and is now giving someone an allergic reaction. I think he probably should be nowhere near the kitchen and perhaps, like, charged with something. Like murder. At least manslaughter, please. Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour? Don't discount simplicity. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know, yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk, get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight and a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Bun? I told you it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it, too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, so she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. Well, that looks amazing now. God damn it. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl.
So you didn't need Colonel Sanders at all in this story?
Barely, no.
Because everyone just got disqualified. So you could have just served your
platonically
mac and
spent the
cheese.
night at his house, and then he added chicken to my bowl of mac and cheese.
Which didn't really add anything.
Uh-oh, don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the test. Or the class? You pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win! Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even Van and Ashley are drawn back by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. They were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Thanks for the G's. A party! Now the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Oh, are we bearing down for midterms? Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Ow, wow, wow, woo! You know that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were the villains. This is their outfits now? Okay, Ashley. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, it's the Spork Monster. He's totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. That is a story about drugs and death. Please.
That's a much darker story that
right?
you cannot read on stream.
Oh my god. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Like, to the point that they had to name it Party Monster because Disco Bloodbath was too much. Sorry. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean. We're still up. It's late. Okay, we're almost done with this. Now I get it, and we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of a chancellor of such and such. The music at the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clink, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I've graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clink, and I am not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she's managed to surpass you in that regard. I understand, kind of. Humans are weird. A portal opens up and Clink disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. This might be the worst game I've ever played. The end? I would like it to be the end. Are we done here? As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Bun, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, oh, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Bun. How sweet, we'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. There it is. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear Bun, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually, and along the way you'll have me by your side. The end! Yeah, probably the worst game I've ever played all the way through. I didn't pay any money for this game, and I would like my money back. Yeah.
He expected nothing and we're still disappointed. This is the best part of the game. This is where the budget went.
Yeah, this is really the best part.
There was a surprisingly disappointing amount of Colonel Sanders in this Colonel Sanders game.
Yeah. Who are all these other people? Why would I care about them?
I didn't think I would be saying there should have been more Colonel Sanders in the Colonel Sanders game, but there was quite a lot of
that was exhausting.
Colonel Sanders in the Colonel Sanders game.
I hated it.
And that was somehow more frustrating than if they're...
I'm changing it to just chatting. I'm not gonna have that be if somebody like...